What is up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 3 of our Pro Cyclist career mode. And today we will be tackling our first objective, the Circuit des Ardennes. It has a flat starting stage, 3 hilly stages where we might be able to do some damage. And this is what our rider is looking like so far, just through the end of March. I will see you at the start of the Circuit des Ardennes. But with the beginning of April comes contract season. We get to see the list of teams that we can potentially get offers from next season. And there are no Conti Pro teams, so it looks like we will be in the Continental division next season. If we sort it by interest, Elkhoff Casper, obviously, favorites to re-sign us. I can't see us going to any of these teams. Maybe AT&T Investments might have an opportunity. I think we'll probably put our contact there, as I don't have a ton of interest in cycling for any of these other teams. Maybe TDT Unibet. Coloquic, probably not. Leopard could be an option, but for now we will put our contact with ATT Investments and see how that progresses over the course of the year. Welcome to the Circuit des Ardennes Stage 1. Looks like it's going to be one for the sprinters if they can get over those hills. I think our goal today is just going to be to stay with the group, finish level on time, and make sure nothing strange happens. And at the start of the first stage at the Circuit des Ardennes, we are the team leader. So I can't see many fireworks happening here, but I'll keep you updated and see with about 20 kilometers left to go. And with 18 kilometers left to go, the break does have a minute still, as we're going to try and come to the front. They've stayed away a little bit longer than I would have liked. Potentially, it could be a move to be made at the top of this hill. Lisgard, Marti, and Jacques should all be caught. This really shouldn't be on me to pull it back, but, just want to be sure. Nothing strange happening like's happened in the past few races we've been a part of, and now we will sit up, let somebody else take the lead. Jumbo-Visma coming to the front and turning the screw immediately onto the downhill. 10 kilometers left to go. It's mostly downhill until the finish now, so at about 5.5 kilometers to go, I'll pop my energy gel, move the speed down a little bit, and we will see if we can't get ahead of these Jumbo-Visma riders. They're doing their best to block me in with 2 kilometers left. See if we can move a little bit, get around this Intermarché rider, and we will go with 1.1 kilometers. And no, our sprint just isn't there. But we do finish with the group. A respectable spot inside the top 20. As we come in 15th, ahead of Axel Laurence, which is a little surprising. I thought this would suit him down to the ground, but maybe his legs just weren't there today. But Andrea D'Amato, Bartosz Rudik, and Roel van Sint-Maartensdijk finished the top 3. What a group of names. And we can see here the GC race after the first stage, the Circuit des Ardennes. Andrea D'Amato, Bartosz Rudik, and Roel van Sint-Maartensdijk are your top 3. Timo Kielik right in behind. I don't expect them to stick around towards the end of the race. I think we are in prime position to maybe take a hold of this race starting at the next stage. And at that next stage, stage 2, here from Boirang to Givet, it's 175.4 kilometers. I think the favorites will be the punchy sprinters. Yes, they are. Axel Laurence, Timo Kielik, Jordi Warlap, all in there. But I wouldn't be surprised to see a Vladimir Saracen move maybe right around here. We'll have to see what the pace is like, but that downhill looks really nice. Our role for the stage, again, is leader. It will be every stage, but we're on a +3 day. So I think we're going to use the team a little bit, push the pace through these hilly sections and see if we can't drop some of these sprinters. And with 28 kilometers to go, we have been pushing the pace all day, as you can see. Reha not looking too hot. But the break has a minute 30. We are pulling them in. We're going to say we can use up to 79% to stick with this group. Got 55 seconds left. Maybe might be a good time to put Jahalka on the front. But I think we should catch this group right at the spot where I want to attack, which is going to be fantastic news for us. There's moves being made. We're going to stick with it. Going to go ahead and move up. And they're not going to be able to get away from us here. So we're going to keep our 82. And right here at the bottom of this, we'll see if we can attack and go over the top. Set it at 85. We do have a 13-second gap. We have some stamina. We're recovering a little bit on this downhill. 7 seconds to the group behind. 5, 6. They have to be working hard though. And with 1.4, we're going to launch our sprint. And it's Timo Kielik. Can't beat him in the sprint, but a top 2, our first podium in professional cycling. And not a bad little move. We do get some time on the people behind us. Max van der Meulen rounding out the podium. But exciting for us. It's a shame Kielik was able to follow, but I think we did pretty good in that stage there. And we have jumped up to 3rd place in GC, only 5 seconds behind Andrea D'Amato, 4 seconds behind Timo Kielik. We're going to have to lose him in the next couple of stages. We do also receive 45 XP points for our first top 3 in Continental and first top 5 in Continental, which would go along pretty well with the meager 3 points we get from finishing second on the stage. Mediocre. Come on, it's our first podium. Gotta give us a little credit. But we will take that disrespect from our race director, turn it into motivation here for stage 3. Just under 80 kilometer hilly stage. It looks more flat to me, but the profiles can be deceiving when the distance is so short. It looks like we got a little uphill drag. This might not favor us, but I mean we'll give it a go. And the favorites for the stage, we are not one of them. But it's Jordi Warlap, Timo Kielik, Axel Laurence, Christopher Lawless, the same 4 it's been for every stage. And it's another +2 day for us, which is a welcome sight. The pace of this one's going to be super high, so I will see you towards the end of the race. With 20 kilometers left to go, the break still has 3 minutes. It was way too short of a stage to let a breakaway go, and we're going to pay the price for it. I don't think there's any chance we're able to pull this back. We'll get Bartosz Jahalka and Boros up there, but that just seems like a little bit too far. down to 2:20, but with 10 kilometers left, there is just not enough time. Seems like we're going to miss out. Now we're limited to damage control. Hoping we don't lose our podium in this stage race. But another disappointing result for us here. Looks like we're going to finish about 2 minutes behind. There's nobody. It seems to be an issue in this year's game where nobody takes up a chase until it is just way too late. We're going to start our sprint out. We will finish 14th, but again, a very disappointing stage for us. But with that being said, with one stage left, we are still in third place, just 5 seconds back from Andrea D'Amato, 4 seconds back from Timo Kielik. We need to beat him in the next stage if we're going to have any chance of winning the Circuit des Ardennes. And by the look of stage 4, it's not really going to be a great opportunity for us to beat Kielik. I think the only chance we have is to go one of these hills and hope we can stay away before the sprint catches us. It's not looking likely, but we are going to try and make a move at some point towards the end of this race. And unfortunately, it is a -1 day for us, so just adds more to our bad luck. But we're going to push the pace. Now, see you towards the end. And consider the pace pushed, because with 17 kilometers left, everything is back together. We're getting our first look at what's going to be the end of this stage where we might be able to make a move. And that looks like it should be enough for us to get a little separation, but if we can hold on till the end is a completely different story. Now, this second one also looks like a decent option. Just going to keep having Newman push the pace. Think other riders might be a little tired from how hard we've pushed them, as you can see the energy of all of our other riders. But I don't think anybody's coming around Newman till the end of his stint. Zahalka also. Have you just settle in. We can +2 it to the bottom of this hill. We're gonna go ahead and take it down to 1. I don't think we're ready to make our move just yet. Have Newman crank it up. Bring it to 91, and at the base of this hill, we will attack. He will sit off. We will follow Magnier. We've got 3 kilometers left. We don't have a ton of separation, but we are in the lead right now. And with 1.4, we're going to start our sprint. I think we started a little too early, but is it possible to come around? We do have some speed, but no, it looks like it's going to be Nick van der Leeke, David van der Poel, Andreas Stockbro. We do finish 5th. Not a terrible finishing spot, but Timo Kielik down in 14th I think is going to be on the same time, which would give us our first podium. But we were looking to win it. Not quite what we were looking for, but you still got to be happy with it. And disaster, Nick van der Leeke actually jumps us. In GC, we move down to 4th, which is our first top 5 and our first stage race completed. But that was very disappointing considering we were in the driver's seat for a lot of that race. Just couldn't make those chances count. And we do get 20 points for finishing our first stage race in Continental. And 20 more points, which will give us a level up for coming in 5th on the stage, 3rd in points, 3rd in Young Rider classification, and 4th in GC. we do get a skill point and an improvement of attributes. Our improvement of attributes, we could take Climber. We don't get a ton out of that right now. Northern Classics, which give us a big boost to stamina and cobbles. Puncher, I think 78 might be a little too good right now. I don't want to jump all that way up. So between Northern Classics, where we get 2 in cobbles, 2 in stamina, 2 in resistance, and Climber, where we get 3 in stamina. Well, Medium Mountain could go up to 71. Oh, this is a tough one. But I think I'm going to go with Climber, just because this season we don't have a lot of cobbles races. Looks like we're going to be in Conti again next season. I think the Medium Mountain and Mountain stats will pay off more for the short term. And our skill point will go into Attentiveness, so we get more XP at the end of each month. But I want to thank you for watching the video. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like and subscribe. I will be adding more to this series in the coming days. And I know I've been talking about the career mode. It looks like that's going to get pushed back a little bit, but it will be happening soon. So thank you and goodbye.